Hey guys, it's Kim back again with another weekly cross-stitching update. Today is the 25th of April. This is a Sunday instead of filming on my normal Monday. This is video number 118, and your ears are not mistaking you if you hear a little bit of an echo. That will be in the life update. The room is a little bit different and still has more changing to go. So let's talk about cross-stitch. I worked on 4 different pieces since my last video 6 days ago. So, Big Red Ship of Life by Ink Circles, and I finished up page 2 on the 3rd row, which is right here. This is on 28 count Mushroom Even Weave by MCG Textiles using DMC 3808 1/1. And there we go. So that is the entire piece. And sorry. I apologize if you can hear the noise too. There's kids playing outside in the neighbor's yard. So it was just shy of 1,000 stitches was all I needed to finish this page. So I finished the motifs here, and these two guys, and everything they're standing on here. So it's just this side of the page. And this little star motif too. So that is Big Red Ship of Life. We'll see it again next month. And then I decided to pick up Trick or Treat, just because if I'm going to be, getting a lot of pages done at the beginning part of the year, I might as well do the pages that are close to being finished. So Trick or Treat by Randall Spangler. I was working these 2 pages at the same time. I already had the partial pages done at the bottom. And I got both of those pages done. 2,500 tent stitches. And right now it is taken apart, so I can show you the whole thing. First we'll do close up. So, okay, so there's my blue mark for the partial pages. So what I finished were the 2 full pages from here to here. So we have half a dragling and the cobblestone fence and the iron wrought fence and all the ground behind it. And then if you watched me all last year, you know that I finished all the black EC Extreme Cross Country, or ECC. So we all love to see this, so I just thought I'd unroll it and let you see how it looks. So now my goal for the year is done. I only wanted to get that 1 partial page done and both those full pages done. So this makes, and I misspoke last video, I thought I only had 2 full coverage, 2 or 3, but I think I've got 4 now. So Trick or Treat, Card Sharp, Half Blood Prince, and Oh Baby have all met the goals that I set for them for the year. So, and Terry from Cornhusker Estate Stitcher, she wanted to see the back of some of my full coverage pieces. I've shown you guys the back before of this. I don't remember what video it was, but I should have worked on this one for Confetti Conquistadors weekend, just because this one has a whole lot more confetti in the pages I was working rather than the stairway page on Museum Shelf. But again, this is 25 count, easy count, 2/1 Continental tent stitch, and you can see that I don't care about carrying my floss across the back. Saves me time from stopping the thread and tucking it under and turning it back over to figure out where to start it again. So that is the back, and it shows you all the confetti in this piece. My other Randall Spangler Sunday Delight is not as confetti heavy. And I know the top of this design that Nikki of Nikki Crafts is just as confetti heavy, so the whole piece will be confetti. I don't know if his other house designs are as confetti heavy, but even, I mean, this size is 625 wide by 890, and it still has a whole lot of confetti, but I think it's totally worth it. So that's Trick or Treat. And then the last couple days, I've been working on QS Wizard 4 by Stephen Paul Carlson. This only has 14 colors. And I've been busy, but I have 1,000 stitches into this section. I'm not working this one by pages. I'm just kind of going in sections. I still have more gridding and more to start, you know, the rest of his back and his hindquarters down here before I get to the legs. So that is QS Wizard 4. Excuse me. And then my daily piece is a summer ball by Sandy Littlejohns of Cross Stitch Arts, doing at least 100 stitches a day to get it finished. And there's not much to look at, but I've put in 769 stitches. So I finished the tails of his red coat. I put in this chair over here and a little bit of the flooring, and then everything else that I did is white. I have finished all the white in their breeches and the ladies' gloves, and up here in between, you know, like their shirt underneath their jacket. So it's hard to see, but all the white is done, and now I have to do more of this really pale blue in their breeches, and then the gray. So that's where we're at, getting closer. So that is a summer ball. Plans for the week, keep going on a summer ball. I'm going to work more on Wizard. I'll probably work more on Witchy Tea Time through the end of the month. I am not planning on doing Stitch Mania. The last 2 years I have done a page finish mania, trying to get as many full coverage pages done during the month as I could, but that right now I don't have that many pages in work, and I certainly am not falling behind on getting my pages done. I'm actually ahead, so I'm not going to be doing page finish mania. In Full Coverage Fanatics, our monthly event for the month of May is Wheel of Fortune, and it's a bit different this time because all the words are stitching related. So you can still do counting and choose how many stitches per letter you want to do and stick to that to get all your words done. Or for the non-counting option, it's you pick a whip, and however many letters that are in the word, you work that many days on the piece. So it doesn't matter how many stitches you actually put in, it's how many days you actually work on that piece. So those 5 words are already chosen. Go to the event. I didn't write them down, but like floss has 5 letters. So if you wanted to work on a summer ball, non-counting for floss, I'd work on this for 5 days and have my starting picture and end picture. So that is the details for Wheel of Fortune for May. I know the bookshelf challenge for May, the genre is nonfiction, and there's Hidden Figures is one of the books. What's the name of the title? Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil, something like that. And then there's another one I can't remember right now. But one of the themes, because I try to match one of my pieces for the books, is space, obviously, for Hidden Figures. So I know one of the pieces I'll be working on in May is my Star Wars piece, which I haven't worked on yet. So we will see a page getting done on that one, which is also the goal for that piece, is only to do a page. So another goal will be met in May. Let's see, what other stitching content do I have? Nope, that's it. So life update, and then I have, instead of an Air Force story, I have something else today. So that's it for stitching content. I will be back on my regular Monday schedule next week. The reason this room is echoey is I've taken down the curtains, I've taken things off the wall, except for this painting, because we're getting all new windows, and it's supposed to be all be done in one day tomorrow. So we have a single-story home here on base with 11 windows, and they're pretty much going to be workmen in my house from 8 to 4:30 or so, replacing all my windows and the trim around them. So we had to, they said, take down your curtains, leave up the blinds, because I think we're getting new blinds, and they want everything 6 feet away from the wall. Not only so they can access it, but also so they can put like plastic, hang plastic, and cover up everything in the room, so nothing, try to keep it as clean as possible, because there is going to be sawdust, there's going to be drywall dust, and it's all going to be done in one day. So this whole week, I didn't have as much stitching done this week because I have been not really cleaning as much, but organizing and purging. So kind of like a spring cleaning, going through all the kids' stuff, getting rid of stuff that's either doesn't fit them, toys they don't play with that they've outgrown, putting away clutter, putting away as much as I can into closets and under beds. And like after I film this, I have to move the nightstands and pull the bed against this wall to give more space for the window. Take down all the curtains. All the girls, their rooms are completely discombobulated right now to get their beds and everything away from the windows. And we have more to do tomorrow because, certain things you can't do until the day of. And Hopper is going to the neighbors tonight. He does not like workmen in the house. He tends to freeze and be absolutely paralyzed until they leave the house whenever they come for, quick whatever work they're doing. So it would be very stressful for him to be here all day long while they're coming in and out of the house and making all kinds of noise, replacing these windows. So he's going to the neighbors. Hopefully there's no fumes, nothing that has to be aired out before he comes back to the house. The weather tonight, it's going to be below freezing. At 8 o'clock, the weather should be about 34 degrees Fahrenheit or 1 degree Celsius. The high tomorrow is 50 degrees Fahrenheit or 10 degrees Celsius. The rest of the week for my other neighbors, because they're planning on doing a house each day, Tuesday is supposed to be 64 or just under 18 degrees Celsius, and then it gets even warmer into the 70s. So the rest of the neighbors will have it just fine. It's going to be cold in my house tomorrow. So I've taken a whole load of stuff, donated all kinds of kid stuff, took that into town yesterday, so less stuff in the house. Just been cleaning and organizing, and it almost feels like we're moving, but we're not. We're just moving stuff around so they can access the windows. Spencer and my friend have gone to a clinic this past weekend with a Grand Prix dressage rider that they've ridden, gotten instruction from a couple of times, but he hasn't seen him in a year. So he's been really surprised and happy with the progress that Spencer has made. But they're still helping a little bit more because Spencer has another show on next Saturday, the 1st of May. So we'll see if they can improve their scores. It's a different judge, a judge that really liked Spencer last year when she saw him. So we'll see how the scores change. Of course, last year was 3rd level. Now he's showing 4th level. So we'll see how she thinks of him at 4th level. Okay. Instead of an Air Force story, I have trivia I thought was interesting. Okay, everybody knows what Bluetooth is, right? Bluetooth, it's a short-range wireless signal that you can use on your phone or other devices to connect to your phone, to your car. But there is a Scandinavian link as to why it's called Bluetooth. And so I just ran across this story and I thought I'd share it with you guys. When it was being developed, the Intel mobile computer engineer Jim Kardec at the time had been reading a book about Vikings, and one of the characters in the books resonated with him with what they were trying to do with Bluetooth. In essentially they were trying to unite PC and cell industries with a short range wireless link, so that everything could talk to each other. Well, the second king of Denmark in the 10th century, Harald Bluetooth Gormson, united Scandinavia in that same kind of way of just bringing everything together. So same kind of principle, bringing everything together. And Harald Bluetooth Gormson, again, was king in the mid to late 900s. He was credited with bringing Christianity to the pagans in that region during that time, and also uniting leaders in a non-violent negotiations. The Bluetooth logo is a combination of his initials, H and B, using Scandinavian runes. There's been a couple different reasons why they thought he was called Bluetooth. Either he had dead bluish teeth, or it was a translation of Bleton. I don't know if I pronounced that right. Meaning like a darker skinned man. And this Intel computer engineer only meant Bluetooth to be like a temporary name. So they were developing it, figuring out how it was going to work, writing all the code, whatever. And they were just, it was like a nickname, Bluetooth. But the name stuck. So here we are, years and years later, still calling this technology Bluetooth for an ancient Danish king back in the 10th century. So kind of interesting. I thought so anyways. But anytime you see that Bluetooth logo, now you'll know those are the initials of a Danish king from the late 900s. So I hope everybody has a good stitching week. I'm not sure how much stitching I'll get done, because if they do get it done in one day, then I have to put everything back the way it's supposed to be. Yeah, I don't know how long that will take. And yeah, so it's going to be an interesting week. And we'll see you guys next week. I'm going to probably upload this Sunday evening because Hopper won't be here, so I can get on the computer after the girls go to bed, and he won't care because he's not here. All right, everybody have a good week. We'll see you later. Bye, guys.